Before I fully get into the sixth set of the topic of woo, which is going to be covering quite a few things actually, that center around the notion of things like out-of-body experiences and astral travel. The thing that we're going to have to talk about first, though, before I cover this, and I'm doing this one as a little bit of a separate video, which is going to be linked in the others, just because I want to be able to do the rest of the videos in the usual fun format with the puppets and everything else. But before I do that, I have to talk about something that isn't bullshit: lucid dreaming. There have been a number of studies pertaining to this, actually quite a number of studies, and it's not bullshit. Now, normally what happens is when somebody's in a dream state, they go into REM sleep. And during this time period, they experience sleep paralysis in that their body basically shuts down in general. And the only real movement, is the rapid eye movement, which is what REM sleep stands for. Now, there have been a lot of studies that have been done on this phenomena, which is referred to as lucid dreaming. And the one I'd like to cite first is one that Alan Hobson was actually the co-writer of. He works at Harvard Medical School. I think he might be a professor there. I'd have to double check. But this was published in Nature Neuroscience. Unfortunately, granted, I don't actually have journal access anyway, so. But from what I have been able to find out pertaining to this particular study, it involved 27 volunteers and was focused on lucid dreaming. Now, mind you, lucid dreaming is a dream state in which the dreamer becomes aware that they're dreaming and is able to affect the environment. In this particular study, the results showed that stimulation at 40 Hz resulted in increased brain activity in both the frontal and temporal areas of the brain. A similar effect was also observed at 25 Hz, but to a lesser degree. This was done by applying electrical stimulation to the scalp at these frequency ranges. It was found that it actually triggered lucid dreaming. Kind of cool, isn't it? It's a thing. And we actually do know where it happens in the brain and to a degree what's going on. It's kind of a bridge in some ways between being conscious and being within REM sleep. In that way, cognitively, the lucid dreamer is neither awake nor asleep, but both. As I said, this is a known phenomenon and has been studied by quite a number of different groups. What I'm referencing over the course of this video is just the tip of the iceberg. Another article I'd like to reference would be one which was published in Frontiers in Psychology by neuropsychologists Ursula Voss and Martin Dressler. In this particular study, what they did was they took a number of people and they put them into a lucid dreaming state. I'm not sure exactly how they got them into the state per se, but they did actually instruct them once they entered that state to make varied eye movements to signal both the beginning and stop of it. During this time period, they were supposed to do varied, whether it be physical activities. Now, when I say physical activities, I mean within the dream state, so they're not physically doing anything, but in the dream they're doing something. As things like gymnastic routines, walking a certain distance, these kind of things, as well as they also instructed them to do varied mathematic functions. Now, in terms of the math, that actually happened at the same rate in the dream state as it would while awake. However, there was a significant difference in terms of the physical activities. It was actually taking much more time to complete in the dream state than in a waking state, which is kind of interesting. Research teams suggested that this might be due to not having the normal sensory feedback from the body to help the brain work out the most efficient way of coordinating itself. Now, here's where we start getting into the part that's a problem. Lucid dreaming is a thing. You sit there, you enter a dream state in which you're able to control the dream. That's pretty much it. Now, the New Agers try to take this to claim that it somehow is proof of astral projection and out-of-body experiences and all these other things that really aren't the same thing. Well, regardless of what this asshat has to say.
This is a very common experience, which is also known as lucid dreaming or out-of-body experience, OBE for short. Scientist Stephen LaBerge has actually proven that the phenomena known as lucid dreaming is real. Lucid dreaming and astral projection are actually the exact same thing.
These are so not the same fucking thing. Now, if you, my discerning audience, knows anything about New Age belief and claims pertaining to spirituality, you have notions like remote viewing, dream walking, astral projection, astral travel, out-of-body experience, and then there's lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is something that exists. These other things are very different, regardless what spirit science says. But the problem is there are people like him that are trying to claim that they are the same thing. And this has been muddying the waters for years because there are people that listen to this asshat and seem to think of him as an authority on these things. When clearly, as shown by that clip, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. So it looks like I'm going to have to cover this in some depth. I'm deciding whether I should do a Shaman Skeptic Sage for that 15-minute video of spirit sciences dealing with these or not. Or if I should just go and try and find some people on the web that know what the fuck they're actually talking about. That'd be kind of nice. In any case, Shadow Heathen signing out for now. And let me know what you think. Should I bother to do the Shaman Skeptic Sage thing on that 15-minute piece of crap? Or should I just go straight in with doing my standard power blue on it? Let me know what you think.
Many mainstream scientists will say that astral projection is unproven. However, now we've proven lucid dreaming to be real. So naturally, if you accept lucid dreaming, you have to accept astral projection as well.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh, this is going to be fun either way, isn't it?